Welcome to Home Exit Science 4, and I don't have a theme 100% for this one. I have to come up with one, or I won't use one. But starting off, I have my Lithonia LHQM 3rd generation exit sign combo. This is one of my favorite combos, and my most expensive unit I have currently. It was my first incandescent unit, and this one came with a bad battery, but I have a new battery in it now, which is nice. I reviewed this combo, but I couldn't show the emergency mode on it. That's why I made a separate short pretty recently. Some of you may have saw it. So, here it is. Just says Lithonia, so this one's a bit older. Newer ones say Lithonia lighting on it. And I'll give it a test. And what's unique is it stays on for an extra second. This applies to some other units, which includes the Lithonia ELM2 3rd generation, the Lithonia ELM2 2nd generation too, I think, and the Lithonia ELM6 LED. So, yeah, and here's the ready light. What's interesting is the ready light stays on when you test it, but it only turns off when a power outage happens. So, I will quickly show you the inside of the unit. So here's the inside of the Lithonia LHQM. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. As you can tell, it uses some different LEDs, and that's the battery plug-in. I would recommend very gently take it out, because unfortunately one of my fellow friends in the community, Meep City 534, unfortunately his signature broke because of this. So either do it gently or disconnect this part of the battery. And this is the battery used. And it's a pretty cool combo. And one thing is, it's the first time I actually punched an arrow out on my exit sign. I'm going to reattach the faceplate off camera because it's a huge faceplate. Alright, let's go to our second unit up today. This time it's the second exit sign. It's the first time I'm using an exit sign over here. I usually have an emergency light. It is my All-Pro APL exit sign. Some of you may know this, but this was my very first exit sign I ever got. It's mostly just generic, and it works on battery backup. But because this was my first exit sign, I can literally only use green lettering with it. It is color switchable, but I'm keeping it on the green option, as you can tell. I'm going to show you the inside, but I really need to get 2 flathead screwdrivers and keep one over here because I have to walk all over the place. Alright, here's the inside of the unit. You can see there's red LEDs. I don't really feel like switching the color because this one has a jumper instead of a switch, and I don't want to have to touch that wire nut because it could shock me. So, just a quick inside. And I also punched the arrow out on this unit too. So, it's pretty nice. Now I'm going to put the stuff in emergency mode. Alright, we're in emergency mode now. And here's the Lithonia LHQM. It is incandescent, so it's obviously not going to be as bright as LED stuff. And the problem with 3rd gen Quantums is they have bad light bleed. So you may see that part of the faceplate is lighting up, and that is something a little annoying about some 3rd gen Quantum stuff. I know it's kind of light because I'm filming this with daylight, but it's dark over here, and I have the All-Pro exit sign lighting up pretty well. Works out. Whoa. Sorry I just said whoa because I ran into something for a light in there. Basically talking about this thing but longer. And to be honest, I'm probably just going to disconnect the battery for this one now, because I swear I kind of saw a spark when I plugged it into the surge protector, so I don't trust it, so I'm going to disconnect the battery off camera real quick. That is about going to do it for today's setup, but just one more quick thing. I noticed a bit of a problem with the All-Pro APL. When I came over here to actually disconnect this battery for a second, which, let me actually unplug this real quick, because it's still... It was actually very dim when I came over here, so the battery might be almost shot on this one. At least it lasted while it could. And hopefully my LHQM battery lasts for a while. I might plug these in to let them charge eventually. I don't know. But anyways, that is going to about do it for this setup. I hope you all enjoyed, and stay tuned for more.